I thought, well, why not? Since I've been making vinegar, let's start making red wine vinegar. Red wine vinegar is something that we can all use for cooking, for salad dressings, even for skin creams. Okay, so I'll show you how simple it is. Usually, when you've had your bottle open while you're drinking it, you actually let some of the wine start working and turning into vinegar. The reason for that is because air and oxygen is needed actually to turn wine to vinegar. The other thing that happens is sulfites in your vinegar starts disseminating. As you shake the bottle, as you pass the bottle, as it goes through one person another, gets poured out, sulfites start dissipating. But it doesn't really matter how much sulfites left there, if this is a brand new bottle that you're using or not. It will eventually get all converted into vinegar. If it's a freshly opened bottle, it might take a bit longer, but it doesn't matter. Now, ideally, and we drank this perfectly well, ideally you want about 3 parts wine to 1 part apple cider vinegar. But that's not like a hard rule that you need to follow. Some people actually follow a 4 parts wine, 1 part vinegar. Others even do 2 parts wine, 1 part vinegar. So you know what? I reckon this is fine. So there'll be about maybe 2, so that could be 2, okay, 2 parts vinegar to 1 part wine in this case. Or it's about a third, right? A third cup. Okay, so I am just gonna pour my apple cider vinegar, making sure, and I think that's gonna happen anyway, making sure that I get some of the mother in, because that converts this even faster into vinegar. If you've already been doing this quite a fair bit, then it will be easier to actually convert this into red wine vinegar if you have the mother. Okay, but I don't have any mothers here right now for me. When you don't have any, don't worry about it. I'm just going to remove the cover to make it come out so much easier, since we're going to be using up most of it anyway. Okay. I don't want to break this because I will eventually use this container. All right, so all we're going to do is, again, and then we're just going to pour in our vinegar. I will leave it there because I actually want space for oxygen. I don't have a spare bottle right now, a spare wide mouth bottle to use. I will be getting one. I'll be getting one tomorrow, and I'm going to be covering this one. Okay, sorry, I'm going to be transferring this one. The reason for that is the more surface area you have for oxygen to flow into your mixture that you're turning into vinegar, the better, because the bacteria that creates this and converts this into vinegar, acetobacter, works best with more surface area for it to flow through. Okay, but meantime, I can just keep that there. I can just keep that area for oxygen to flow through. I am going to be using coffee filter to cover it. I might just double it. A lot of fruit flies here right now because of the humidity, I guess, and there's a lot of fruit that I'm converting into vinegar, or that I just love fruit. I just like fruit. So I've got a lot of fruit here. So we're just gonna put rubber band on this one. But as I said, it's better to actually transfer it to a wide mouth container, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. If by any chance you decide, you know what, I'm not gonna transfer it to a wide mouth container, that's fine too. You can leave it here, but as I said, the process takes longer because of that. I probably shake it a few times as well, just to encourage, the flow of oxygen around your wine. But remember, that's paper, so that's gonna get wet. So, okay, all right. So that's how simple it is. That's how you can reuse your red wine that's left over into red wine